Hi, everyone. I'm Cheryl Butler, and you're listening to the Mighty Mommy's Quick and Dirty Tips podcast, which will help make your life as a parent a little bit easier and a lot more fun. Welcome. Today's episode is number 553. Why meal planning is essential to a happier family life, because busy parents know how time-consuming preparing family meals can be. So why not make it easier on yourself by getting super organized with your meals? Let's do this. You're running late to pick your kids up from soccer practice and have two things on your mind. Please don't let me be the last parent, again, for the pickup, and what the heck are we going to have for dinner tonight? Mealtime with our loved ones should be a time to connect and nourish both body and soul. Instead, though, many families struggle to put a simple dinner together and end up scrambling for last-minute ingredients or frequenting takeout places because they're just too exhausted to be bothered. Sound familiar? If you're tired of flying by the seat of your pants when it comes to serving up delicious, healthy meals, then it's time you give meal planning a chance. Let's have a look at 4 important ways that creating a meal plan can add joy and value to your family's life so dinner time can be yummy again. We'll talk about how to craft a meal planning mindset, save money by shopping for planned menus, get creative and offer your family tasty experiences, and you can reduce daily stress and relish more time with your family. So here's how to approach family meal planning. Let's have some fun and digest each of these. Yeah, pun intended. 1. Craft a meal planning mindset. Busy parents spend a good portion of their time in the kitchen. Meal preparation, not to mention serving and cleaning up, it's time-consuming. Factor in the time it takes to shop for food, and that groceries account for the 3rd largest expense in a family's budget, and you can add frustration and a heaping dose of stress to the mix. Before you dive into the world of meal planning, you need to shift your mindset. Don't go into this as just another chore you have to tackle. Instead, take a positive approach and have some fun with the process. The time you invest in meal planning will result in delicious weekly menus or even an entire month of menus if you're so inspired. You'll also be on your way to a well-stocked pantry. That means grocery shopping will be streamlined and much less taxing. Impulse purchases will become a thing of the past, helping you save your hard-earned money. Best of all, your anxiety levels will plummet because you'll finally be organized. No more wandering around the grocery store trying to figure out the ingredients you need. The key to effective meal planning is you need to build it into your routine. In my previous episode, 5 Tips to Make Family Meal Planning Easier, I explained that sitting down and giving your meal plan some genuine thought is the key to success. Keep these tips in mind as you embark on this savory journey to create menus your family will hunger for. First, pick your meal planning day and be consistent. Is there a better day or time each week that offers you the quiet space you need to put some thought into your menu? Thursday is my day off, so that's the day I tend to do my grocery shopping. I want to have my meals planned a few days before that, so I usually use Mondays as my planning day, and I stick with that day so that I don't get off track. Next, be realistic. How much time do you really have to prepare and cook your meals? You can plan all you want, but if you don't have the time to execute your meal plan, you won't benefit from it. So start by checking your family calendar. With a glance of the upcoming week, you'll be able to figure out what nights call for a fast and easy dinner, or what nights require something that can be kept warm and served at different times. When can everyone sit down together for a real family dinner? With this in mind, incorporate important elements such as a few make-ahead family dinners and limit more time-consuming recipes to your least crazy day of the week. Tuesday and Friday nights are the busiest for our family, so I always have a casserole or something easy like quesadillas or make-your-own dish such as tacos on those evenings. It's okay to build in a day to give yourself a break, too. I created a super easy day in the mix called Takeout Thursday. This is my day off in the kitchen. On takeout day, we indulge in things like pizza, Chinese food, or burgers from our favorite pub. Pro tip: because routine meal planning ultimately saves me money, affording takeout once a week is a piece of cake. Now, for the fun part, pick your recipes. I like to create a 2-week meal plan because I do one big grocery run every other week. If you know your family's favorites, like Aunt Betty's 3-cheese lasagna or Dad's mouth-watering glazed wings and mac and cheese, add those to your list. And then ask your family for their input so everyone has a say. Don't forget to search out recipes in those cookbooks that have been gathering dust on your bookshelf. And you might also enjoy perusing the dozens of online recipe sites. And while you're doing this, don't forget to include school lunches, weekend meals, and breakfasts. Once your weekly meal plan is designed, get into the habit of hanging it in the kitchen for everyone to see. Making your meal plan visible may hold you more accountable for following through. And best of all, your family isn't constantly asking, "What's for dinner?" If I'm even a day late in posting our biweekly menu, my kids nudge me. They look forward to seeing what's coming down the pike for dinner. Their excitement is an incentive for me to stay with the program. Basically, you need to embrace the meal planning lifestyle. Show enthusiasm for this new way of life by making your kids part of the process. Let them help you when you're planning, shopping, and prepping. If they're old enough to read and understand how a grocery list works, when they have to tag along to the store, let them be responsible for helping to gather the items you're shopping for. Just remind them that you're strictly sticking to this list and not veering off your family's meal plan. Taunt them with how delicious the homemade breakfast sandwiches are going to taste when they whimper about not being able to purchase that sugary cereal with neon marshmallows. You're all in this together. Once meal planning becomes a part of your lifestyle, you'll have more time and energy to devote to your family, with even a little left over for yourself. Next up, save money by shopping for planned menus. You prepare your grocery list and prepare to save money. One of the biggest perks of meal planning for my family of 8 kids is the amount of money we save each month. Literally hundreds of dollars. Any parent knows how difficult it is to go grocery shopping, particularly if you have hungry kids in tow. It's even more challenging when you have to wing it without a list. To me, shopping without a list is just borderline insanity and basically equates to throwing money away. When you make meal planning a routine part of your life, you'll finally eliminate those extra runs to the grocery store because you'll now be shopping with a customized list once a week. When I first started meal planning, I created my grocery list on the computer and I organized it according to categories such as produce, frozen items, canned goods, condiments, etc. I kept it posted on the bulletin board in the kitchen so I could add the necessary items I needed before I went shopping. I've since started using online lists such as grocerylists.org because I find these really convenient. There are also plenty of amazing meal planning apps that you can look into, and they're so convenient to use with your smartphone. Here are a couple that I like. Yummly.com, YUMMLY.com, is a free mobile app and website that provides hundreds of personalized recipe recommendations, including gluten-free, vegetarian, keto diets, and so much more. It's super user-friendly and combines a grocery list as well as an actual meal plan. You'll never serve ho-hum meals again. And Cozy.com, COZI.com, is another free, easy-to-use meal planning app that combines recipes and a dinner planner. After you've been working off a grocery list for a few weeks, you are going to love that you're now creating a well-stocked pantry. You'll develop regular go-to recipes that require many of the same ingredients and spices that you can purchase when on sale or that will last you weeks at a time. Knowing what's already in your cupboards is a great money and time saver because you won't end up purchasing extra cans of chicken broth or rummaging through the spice cabinet wondering, where the heck is the chili powder? You'll know what you have and you'll be able to put your hands right on it. Now, get creative and offer your family tasty experiences. Another benefit of meal planning is you can get your family out of the rut of eating the same old bland, boring, and even unhealthy meals that you tend to be stuck on each week. There's so much more to life than hot dogs and tater tots. When I embarked on meal planning years ago, I decided I was going to shake things up by trying one new recipe each week. Allrecipes.com and FamilyTime.com are two of my favorites that always have a fresh and easy idea to try. My family wasn't always crazy about some of these new concoctions, but eventually they became intrigued and began looking forward to the new plates we'd be trying. Another great thing with meal planning, don't waste food. Now you can repurpose it. Once I became devoted to the world of meal planning, I also committed to not being as wasteful with our food. There is nothing more discouraging than having high hopes for a selection of fresh veggies and that perfectly sliced corned beef from the deli, only to open your crisper at the end of the week and see your food drooping and turning colors that look decidedly unhealthy. Is zucchini supposed to be that funky shade of brown? So thanks to some awesome websites, you can easily solve this problem and tap into your creative side. Check out supercook.com and bigoven.com, and you'll never have to be wasteful again. These sites will help you find new ways to use up ingredients in your fridge and pantry, or find ways to bring new life to your leftovers. And make use of time-saving tools. Don't forget two of my favorite tools when it comes to creative meal planning, the crock pot and the Instant Pot. Use a crock pot. Yes, they have made a comeback and are a great part of a healthy and delicious eating plan. Many people use slow cookers these days because you can toss in a few ingredients in the morning and come home to the savory aroma of a meal ready to be eaten immediately. I use mine at least once a week. Roaster chickens will simply melt in your mouth. There are hundreds of recipes available online, including one of my favorite sites, delish.com. Or try an Instant Pot. This increasingly popular alternative is a combination between a slow cooker and a pressure cooker. Use it to make unbelievable meals in half the time. There is a huge wealth of recipes for the Instant Pot, as well as online communities and recipes for those who are learning to use them. And number 4, you can reduce daily stress and relish more time with your family. Today's hectic family lifestyles don't have to mean we still can't enjoy one another and have some fun. We can reduce our daily stress and have more family time by having a solid plan in place that allows us to eat well and be less frazzled. Studies show that kids who regularly sit down to dinner with the family get higher grades, have better vocabularies, are more resilient, and are less likely to take up unhealthy habits like smoking. Eating together also allows families to stay connected with one another and share stories about what happened during their day. Parents have the opportunity to glimpse into the window of their kids' busy school lives. Likewise, kids get the chance to see what happens during mom and dad's working hours. Even if busy schedules make eating together as a family every night impossible, try for a sit-down meal several nights a week or enjoy a regular Sunday brunch. It's doable if you make meal planning a priority. Families that break bread together are more apt to laugh together and happily enjoy one another's company. How does mealtime generally go down in your household? Join the conversation on the Mighty Mommy Facebook page, Twitter, or you can email me at mommy@quickanddirtytips.com. And I hope you'll subscribe to the QDT newsletter to get parenting tips and more delivered to your inbox. Don't miss an episode. Listen and subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Before I close, I wanted to let you know what's happening on next week's podcast. November is a very special month. It's National Adoption Month. We were blessed with the incredible gift of adoption when we adopted our oldest daughter almost 26 years ago. It was an amazing journey. So my next podcast will focus on how adoption creates many of today's families and how we can all celebrate this wonderful experience. So I hope you'll subscribe to the Mighty Mommy podcast wherever you listen, so you'll be notified when this episode is available. Now go ahead, go get creative in your kitchen and put meal planning to work for your family. Thanks so much for listening, and until next time, happy parenting.